Hey everybody, this is Perch, and we have more formal news and an announcement on something that was teased a couple months ago, and that's Jonathan Hickman's next big project. Although I'd be remiss if I didn't say that sometimes when they tease his next big project, it's more of a kickoff or a setup. I mean, remember we got Gods, which was supposed to redefine the Marvel magic side of the universe. I enjoyed that series; it was fun. If you read it, it had a lot of pretty cool stuff in it. It didn't do that. There's those characters still kind of appear, but it didn't exactly move the needle. And I don't know. We've got Doctor Strange as an agent of Asgard now, so who knows? But not to bury the headline here, Jonathan Hickman in June will lead a new 4-issue. It says event kickoff hub series called Imperial. And the idea, well, I mean, I'll read it to you. It says Jonathan Hickman, Federico Vincentini, and Ivan Coelho take on the universe. Imperial finds the galaxies of the Marvel Universe on the brink of major upheaval following the elimination of several of its most prominent leaders. Nature abhors a vacuum and empires fall. Rulers are overthrown and power is seized in a saga of intrigue, mysteries, and war, all taking place against the backdrop of the formation of a new galactic order of the Marvel Universe. It's a mouthful. With groundbreaking developments for Hulks, Black Panthers, Novas, Guardians, and Cosmic Kings and Queens, Imperial lays the foundation for an entire new landscape of interconnected space-set stories, making it the must-read comic of the summer. All right. That didn't exactly sound like ChatGPT, but there's a lack of soul in that solicitation. Anyway, as I mentioned, on sale June 4th, Imperial #1 of 4, written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Federico Vincentini and Ben Coelho. This series, well, we have a bunch of comments on it. Now, keep in mind before I get into that, the Jonathan Hickman kind of did an upheaval of the Marvel space cosmos a while back in Infinity. This was a 2013 storyline that was in Avengers. Ultimately, that led to the incursions and everything else that led to Secret War. But this is, being positioned as a 4-issue kickoff series that is going to then build a roadmap for a bunch of new titles and series. No word if Hickman is writing any of those. But the quote directly from Hickman said, "I'm very excited about this project as I'm obviously a huge fan of all things Marvel Cosmic. The goal here is to kind of do what we did with the recent Ultimate line for all our space titles, except having the setup book, Imperial, be more of an event than a world-building exercise like Ultimate Invasion. The art team is killing it, and we're very excited for what's happening in this special corner of the Marvel Universe." As I mentioned, in 2013, we had Infinity. We've had the Annihilation series. Marvel seems to take a swing at redefining its cosmic universe and its space universe as something they really want to do, but they seem to lose interest in it. They'll put a lot of effort toward it. You get a year or so of kind of some focus, some marketing, some advertising, and then, to me, the best sign of all this is when you have, top tier talent, and Coelho, Vincentini are really great artists. Jonathan Hickman, obviously, probably the hottest writer Marvel has right now. But a year from now, when we have all these spin-off titles, will we see the top tier talent there? And that's the message that a lot of fans get. If you really say we're going to prioritize this, we're going to focus on it, then you actually need to put big people on it and keep them there in order to really build momentum. You can't just kick something off. It's the same premise that says we're going to relaunch Avengers. We're going to have top artists on it for the first 3 issues, and then it will decline from there. And basically fans walk away, and you're sending a message of, I don't really care about this. Right? I care about it enough to kind of kick it off, and then we'll let it basically diminishing returns after that. Who knows? We have some more quotes here. It says, 2 of Marvel's Stormbreakers. Okay, we're still doing that. A group of Marvel's most elite talent, Vincentini, who's been doing Miles Morales and Wolverine, and Coelho, Venom War, Fantastic Four, have brought their innovative style and creativity to nearly every corner of the Marvel Universe. Now these 2 celebrated artists embark on their boldest venture yet. In addition to their interior artwork, Vincentini and Coelho are delivering spectacular new designs for characters, locales, and more, as they bring a whole new era of storytelling to life in the pages of Imperial and beyond. And then we get some comments from the artists saying how much they're excited about doing it. It's a big challenge. And, it's working with Hickman is something I never expected to do, said Coelho. It's both cool and intimidating at the same time because of the magnitude of what he's doing in the scripts. Here's a comment here. A long time ago, Jonathan Hickman was talking about projects he never got around to. No, he didn't mention Legion of Superheroes, but man, can you imagine? I mean, just taking a step back, what that would have looked like. I mean, that probably was the piece DC needed to really round out their universe. But anyway, he mentioned a while ago. He said I was going to do an Imperial Guard book with Bobby and Sam. It was going to be them on the other side of all that technology stuff and the Shi'ar and the Imperial Guard and Starjammers. It would have been part of it, I'm sure. But it would have been a big space book seeding all of that for when we obviously were going to crash it all together. But I was going to seed all that in a way that, in a pretty intense way. So I'm bummed about that. I clearly set them up to do with those 4 issues of New Mutants. That was clearly where we were going to go. I had a couple things I was really looking forward to do, but I'm not going to do, but they're in great hands. All right. That was when he kind of wandered away from New Mutants and ultimately the X-Men lineup in particular. Again, this is being positioned as kind of a mix of what happened in the House of X, that series that Hickman did. We redefined that, and what he's done in Ultimate Universe. So who knows? The promo art shows some Hulks. It shows Black Panther in there. You see Star-Lord in there. Presumably we're maybe this is a series where we're finally going to get something with Hulkling. You never know. It feels like that's just a huge missing piece of all this. But I'm curious to get your take on it. I mean, I love the Cosmic series. I love what DNA did a long time ago. I thought that was the kickoff to a lot of big new things. And it really does feel like they have a lot of characters in there that they could do things with. That would be big. That could, make them a lot of money and give us a lot of cool stories. Again, it always feels like they stop short. They'll put something out that's kind of intriguing. I mean, whether you liked it or you hated it, having Hulkling take over the Empire and unify all that out. That was in Empire with a Y. And actually, it happened a little bit before that, but anyway, through that Empire series, it fell short. They set all these things up, and then we didn't hear from anybody. You had like a brief little Infinite Comics piece, and so when we hear a lot about Marvel wants to promote new characters and new ideas, but the fans just won't accept it. My mind often goes to the cosmic side of the universe, where there's a lot of ground to be covered. You're not buried in continuity. You don't have to do things that are just sci-fi ships flying around. I mean, there are other planets. You can have other adventures. I mean, the cosmic side can mean a number of different things. And I really would love for Marvel to focus on that. I do think that's the clearest area for opportunity. But you can't do it with 4 issues and then you kind of throw a bunch of B or C talent on it. And then, 5 or 6 years later, do it all again. It doesn't work. You need that consistency. So maybe we're going to get it this time. But anyway, I know there's a lot of Jonathan Hickman fans on this channel. Are you looking forward to this? What do you think it could be? Is 4 issues enough? We haven't heard if these are oversized issues. A couple of people have speculated that, but they haven't really gone one way or another. So is this going to have more to it or not? Are these issues going to be big? Or are we talking about kind of 4 issues? Did you read Gods? Did you like that? Did it redefine the magic side of the universe? I don't know, but let me know if you're excited about this. This is what Marvel's going to hype and promote this summer. And are you buying it? Are you in? Thanks for listening.